Pick up your gear and open your chests. Throw on your armor and head out on a quest. Hey, hey, it's a brand new day.
It's not only a brand new day, it's a brand new champion coming in Wintershield in about 4 days at the time of the recording. It's Anson, and I will link his official CNE Spotlight in the description down below, and it always sounds so professional. I like it. Cheers everyone, I'm your dystopian innkeeper. Lovely sip of coffee. So who is Anson? Anson is a support, control and tanking champion whose unshakable resolve bolsters the allies behind him. With him is Uggie, the Fallback's slubbering companion who drives enemies berserk. When the battle grows dire, Anson unleashes the storm within his blade, unleashing devastating power at great personal cost. We'll talk about that soon. So, Anson is a tank on seat 1. I like that, because seat 1 is really missing a good tank. Sure, we have Thedora as a tank, we have Turiel as a sort of anti-tank, but other than that, not so many options when it comes to tanks. The nerds maybe. Kind of. Okay. He is male. Human male. He's 23 years young. He's neutral good. Oh, boring. He's an overwhelm points of 25. He's a fighter, a support, tanking and control champion, and he is the last member of the Fallback's champions. His abilities, his basic attack is really basic. The broken blade, melee. Anson attacks the closest enemy and deals 1 hit. You got a sword, you hit an enemy, 1 hit. Easy. His passive abilities, like every other Fallback champion, Uggie. Uggie joins the party starting next to Anson, unless she's already in the formation next to another Fallback's champion. She can be recalled. Uggie increases the damage of all non-adjacent champions by 100%. Anson's formation abilities, Unshakable. Anson increases the damage of all champions in the columns behind him by 100%. So every champion behind Anson, let's say he is replacing Evelyn here, all the champions behind the tanking position will get a damage buff increase of 100%. Unbreakable Uggie. Uggie's buff is increased by 400% when Anson is in the formation. So doesn't matter if Uggie is with Anson or any other Fallback's champions, as long as Anson is in the formation, Uggie's buff is increased by 400%. The biting style. When Uggie is with Anson, Uggie attacks the closest enemy whenever Anson attacks. So they both attack the closest enemy. Uggie's damage deals 1 second of BUD based damage and drives the enemy berserk. Berserk enemies move 50% faster and attack twice as often, but they deal 90% less damage. So that's some sort of mitigation for attacking twice as often. His combat trance. Each time Anson is attacked or takes damage in an area, he gains a meditation stack. I just read medication stack. It's meditation stack. Each meditation stack increases the effect of Unshakable by 50%, stacking multiplicatively. Anson can have a maximum of 75 meditation stacks, and they reset when changing areas. So each time Anson gets attacked, the buff Unshakable, increasing the damage of all champions in the columns behind him, is increased by 50%, stacking multiplicatively, and that adds up to quite something. His Erratic Energy. When Anson uses his Storm Crash ultimate ability, we'll talk about that later, Anson's sword ignites in lightning for 45 seconds. Reminds me of the War Duke. The War Duke, yes. For the duration, Anson's attacks deal an additional 5 seconds of BUD based damage, but they damage him for damage equal to 1% of his maximum health. So not his current health, but his maximum health. I'm going to pause the speed potions here. No, I don't. I'll let it run. And increase the maximum stacks of Combat Trance meditation by 1, up to a maximum of 25 additional maximum stacks. So Combat Trance will have a maximum of 100 meditation stacks. The increase to the maximum stacks resets when changing areas. Got Your Back. Anson increases the health of all other champions by 25% of his max health, and healing effects on all champions, not just the tanking champions, are increased by 25%. Good. Cheers. I need a sip of coffee once again. His Specializations. Pure of Heart. Anson increases the effect of Unshakable, buffing all champions and the columns behind him, by 100% for each good or Fallback's champion in the formation, stacking multiplicatively. The Found Family. Anson increases the effect of Unshakable by 125% for each unaffiliated champion or Fallback's champion in the formation, once again stacking multiplicatively. Never Surrender. Anson increases the effect of Unshakable by 200% now for each formation slot blocked by an escort or Fallback's champion in the formation, stacking multiplicatively. So we'll have to do a little bit of math here. His ultimate ability. The Storm Crash. That's magic attack. Anson attacks the toughest enemy with his sword by blasting all nearby foes with deadly lightning. Deadly even. Hopefully so. His equipment slots are pretty straightforward. Slot 1, the Unshakable buff. Slot 2, Unbreakable Uggie buff. Slot 3 buffs the Combat Trance buff. Slot 4 buffs all Specializations. Slot 4 increases his health, and slot 6 is, as most usually, the ultimate cooldown. His feats. Well, the uncommon and rare feats are pretty straightforward too, so I'm going to focus on his epic feats. The right hand increases the effects of Anson's Specializations by 40%. And he only has one Specializations, but you have to choose between Pure of Heart, Found Family, and Never Surrender. So those buffs, those specializations, will be increased by 40%. That's available in the Wintershield Night Anson theme pack. The Scholar increases the intelligence score of Anson by 2. That's unlockable as an event reward. Unlockable as an event reward 2 is Get Behind Me. Anson's attacks have a 50% chance to taunt enemies. When he successfully taunts an enemy, he increases his max meditation stacks by 1 until changing areas up to a max of 25. Unlockable as an event reward. Not sure if Get Behind Me and what was it? Erratic Energy add up, because that would mean 50 additional meditation stacks. 25 coming from the Erratic Energy and another 25 coming from Get Behind Me. I forgot something. His Patron Eligibility. He can be used in Mert, Vajra and Elminster variants. Elminster until January 7th in 2029. 3 years. And the Scholar makes him eligible for Sariel? I think it's Sariel. Pretty sure it's Sariel. Good. So we finally have a second option, or third option, a fourth option if you use nerds, for a tank on seat 1. That's lovely. We'll see how Anson performs in-game, how he looks like, how he blends in with the other idle champions when the Wintershield event starts in 4 days and 10 hours at the time of the recording. And in the meantime, I think you know how it is. Everyone have fun, and I'll see you soon. Goodbye everyone. Goodbye.
Pick up your gear and open your chests. Throw on your armor and head out on a quest. Hey, hey. It's a brand new day.